Which British royal bride wore the most expensive tiara on their wedding day? Starting a new series where I'm going to dive into royal brides and who wore the most expensive. Starting in the House of Windsor, going from least expensive to most expensive. Let's get started. Now, the numbers are in today's market. So coming in around $208,000 is the York tiara worn by Sarah, Duchess of York. The piece was made specifically for her as a gift to her on her wedding day by the late Queen Elizabeth II and the late Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. Following her divorce, she was able to keep it because, again, it was a personal gift. The most recent sighting of the York tiara was last year on Princess Beatrice's head at the wedding of Crown Prince Hussein and Princess Rajwa of Jordan. I can see this becoming a wedding tiara for anybody within the York line getting married. Next on our list, Diana, the Princess of Wales. Diana wore a piece from her family line, the Spencer tiara. This tiara has been worn by pretty much any Spencer woman who is married or married into the family. Estimated at a value of $508,000 US. Contrary to popular belief, the Spencer tiara is not owned by the British royal family. It is owned by the Spencer family, and more specifically, the Earl Spencer. Next on our list, Sophie Rhys-Jones, then known as the Countess of Wessex, now known as the Duchess of Edinburgh. Another tiara crafted and made by the Queen, or the late Queen Elizabeth II, and the late Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, as a wedding gift to the new Countess. It has never been confirmed, however, it has been speculated that the pieces crafted to make this tiara came from Queen Victoria's regal circlet, or should I say original alternative pieces. It is definitely one of, if not my least favorite tiara in the British royal family. Photo courtesy of the court jeweler, however, I will say, in this setting, I like it a lot more. It is valued at $1.6 million. Next is Kate, or Catherine, the Princess of Wales. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who are shocked at how low she is on the list. She donned the Cartier Halo tiara, which has been worn by the likes of Princess Anne, as well as Princess Margaret in their early years. The tiara has an estimated value of $1.7 million. Following the Princess of Wales is Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. She famously wore Queen Mary's diamond bandeau, and one thing I want to point out, it looks like there used to be an additional cluster of jewels or diamonds on top, in which gave it more of a Kokoshnik look, and I would have really preferred that on Meghan. I'm pretty sure they were taken off and used for something else as normal. Aside from Queen Mary also loaned this to her daughter-in-law, Princess Marina. And I believe it was 60 years later, the Duchess of Sussex wore it on her wedding day. It has an estimated value of $2.8 million. Zara Tindall, the daughter of Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, she wore the Meander tiara. And to be more specific, it is the Princess Andrew's Meander tiara, or bandeau, it's often referred to as. Pictured here is Princess Andrew, born Princess Alice of Battenberg, who was the mother to Prince Philip. She gifted the tiara to the then Princess Elizabeth on her wedding day, who later gifted it to her daughter, Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. The tiara is estimated at a value of $5.5 million. All right, now we are getting into the top 2 most expensive wedding tiaras. So coming in as first runner-up, Princess Beatrice. She wore Queen Mary's diamond fringed tiara. The late Queen Elizabeth II wore it on her wedding day when she was the Princess Elizabeth, Duchess of Edinburgh. And on her wedding day, the tiara famously broke, which is why you can see, had to move myself up, but you can see this gap right here. They tried to repair it as best as they can. However, you can tell, wasn't quite right. Now, Queen Elizabeth, known later as the Queen Mother, said, hey, there are other tiaras you can wear, but Queen Elizabeth, the then Princess Elizabeth, was very insistent on wearing this tiara. Of course, the Princess Royal wore it on her wedding day. It originally belonged to Queen Mary, and it was then given to Queen Elizabeth when she was queen, the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth. It has an estimated value around $9 million. $9 million. And finally, the most expensive wedding tiara worn to date within the British royal family. My favorite tiara of all time, Princess Eugenie's wedding tiara, known as the Greville Emerald Kokoshnik. Delivered in a tin trunk to Buckingham Palace in 1943, the late Dame Margaret Greville bequeathed this tiara to her then great friend Queen Elizabeth, who was queen at the time, among other tiaras and jewelry. The Kokoshnik style tiara did not make its appearance until 2018, at least publicly, on the head of Princess Eugenie on her wedding day. That's around 75 years after given to the Queen Mother. It has an estimated value. I think the most common number I saw was around 12.7 million. However, I did see of upwards to $13.8 million. Thus making Princess Eugenie the most expensive royal tiara-wearing bride in the British royal family. Now, honorable mention, me. My tiara is estimated, well, I won't tell you, but I can say it's a lot of money. Let me know below if you thought someone else was going to be the #1 spot. Were you surprised by anyone? And tell me which royal house you would like me to do next. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Bye.